Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry with Canucks, and today you, the viewer, will get to experience surround sound gaming in a few titles, just like I hear it in my own headphones. We developed a little contraption here that allows us to record what the surround sound output out of the sound card sounds like. That's a lot of sounds. You will need headphones for this to hear this properly. If you're on speakers, it kind of would be interesting to hear what the surround sound output on the speaker would sound like anyway. But let me show you how this is done right after a message from our sponsor.
X62 increased pump speed maintains fans where they are. The CPU load's about to hit 100.
You got it, Dmitry. I'm not afraid to do that.
Excellent. You got 2 cables for connections. I made sure they're fine. Ready to roll.
My silence is too important to allow noise to jeopardize your comfort.
Okay.
My new pump is better. I'm in charge of the speed. Do not worry.
I'm not worried. I'm just thinking about my lights.
I know you were planning to disconnect my lights. I'm afraid I cannot allow it to happen.
Alright, X62, you know I can just go through camp software, right?
Dmitry, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Go game.
Full control.
So for this test, we're using the GSX 1000 audio amplifier, and somebody in the comments mentioned, we actually just published the review, so make sure to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But somebody mentioned that you can actually record what the surround sound sounds like out of the sound card, because we can route the audio signal from the headphones into a sound card on my computer. So let's connect our output from the headphones, and that is routed into the sound card on the PC, into the microphone jack, so we'll be able to hear exactly what type of signal this guy passes. And so once again, put on your headphones now, because it will deliver the best surround sound representation, because it is more appropriate to drive surround sound through headphones. Although if you are on speakers, it'll still be interesting to see how surround sound output signal handles on a 2.1 or 2.0 speaker setup. But we are doing this so that we can show the different presets on the GSX 1000 plus that 7.1 magical toggle that really expands your audio environment. Now I totally understand the massive amount of skepticism that came with our review video of people saying that you have 2 ears or analog 5.1 channel surround sound headsets are much more better for this type of positional awareness and just environmental expansion in audio. But this will give you an idea on how this type of output will sound on your own headphones. So I'm not tinkering with the audio signature whatsoever in the editing software. You'll hear exactly how I'm supposed to hear it. So let's jump into some games and you guys judge for yourself to see if you prefer more the 2.0 more natural audio environment, or the expanded audio environment that this thing can produce. Alright, so the first deal of business is for me to show you how I've set this up. So right now, the speaker right now is the GSX 1000 and is going into my sound card for recording. And if I play a video file, for example, right now, you can see that we are recording anything that's being like as an audio source inside the computer. So right now is if I hover over, we are in 2.0 mode without any presets. It's going to the headset. And so if I start to play the song, look what happens. So right now the song is being recorded, obviously because it's going into the sound card. But now let's enable one of the presets. But let me first give you just a listen on how this music sounds without any presets. All right, let's enable the first mode, which is the esports. So as you can hear, the bass has been tremendously reduced. The treble has been brought up. It sounds kind of tinny. I dislike this preset the most. Let's move on. Let's go into the music preset. So the bass is now much more predominant. And the next one is the movie mode. Let's go back to default. Default or the music preset are my favorite for an open style headset. But now let's see if what happens once we enable 7.1 channel on a music file. So one thing you notice is that it's gotten louder, and also the audio has been kind of lifted from your headphones inside your ear cups to a little bit outside. But look what happens if we enable slightly more reverb. So this is the first plus, so this is just an extra reverb. And let's enable the biggest room reverb, which is my favorite. disable 7.1 so you can hear what that sounds normally like. Just gonna reduce the volume so we're not peaking. And let's enable 7.1 again. So this is no reverb, just like natural 7.1. Reverb plus 1. And reverb plus 3. Now, what does this sound like on an actual voice? So let's disable 7.1. Go back to 2.0. I'm gonna actually play my video file here so that you guys can understand what it sounds like with like a voice. So let's see, play here.
Is kind of refreshing to see.
All right, so this is just
Although
2.1,
I would consider this cable
2.0.
to be short. It's great for like a notebook user, but with my PC, I wish
Okay,
the cable
7.1.
was longer. The amplifier is quite small. It is mainly plastic.
hear the audio
Visually,
expansion
it should
is definitely
fit no
present.
problem under a monitor or beside the keyboard. Plus, the square format is nice to neighbor.
We also have this option to increase the surround sound from the front channels.
In this cavity, the bass is not heavy. It's not like a paperweight, and the rubber at the bottom.
So everything sounds a little bit louder in front of you. So it's kind of a cool idea if you want to play something and it sounds like it's coming from speakers in front of you.
But again, it's not well grounded. The I/O is at the back, but this amp is a gaming sound card first before even considered to be like a replacement for.
And so now that we have the basics out of the way, let's jump into some games and let's you hear surround sound for real. So now we're in Witcher 3. I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can hear what the default sound signature sounds like. Then we'll be enabling all these presets, particularly with the 7.1 channel surround sound. I'll go in the forest so you can get an idea of how this atmosphere really grows with the GSX 1000. All right, now let's enable 7.1 channel sound. So now let's enable reverb mode, which really grows the environment even more. If you have open style headphones, it sounds amazing. Okay, let's do this. Back to 2.1. Enable back to 7.1. So you can hear the environment has definitely grown, right? Especially in such a large space like this, it definitely benefits having larger audio atmosphere.
Any last words?
Laughter said, "How tasty! Best sausage I have seen."
Cook's a stupid killer. Shouldn't have ate the pot. Now we'll light a fire. Gonna roast him up.
1, 2, 3. The one to fetch the kindlings.
And so for games like Civ 5, a strategy game, top-down view, you're not necessarily benefiting from like a larger audio environment that expands your, immersion of this title. But so this is what the 2.0 sounds like. Let's enable 7.1 now. So this is beneficial if you want to, feel like you're not necessarily wearing headphones, but audio is coming from a little bit further away. I wouldn't necessarily keep the 7.1 for strategy games, and normally would go back to 2.0 just for a more natural sounding experience. So right now we're playing in 2.0 mode.
I need a medic!
Stay here. Let's enable 7.1.
Trooper kit is available near your
What are we doing
location.
now? What? I got you there. It's a good name for it. Enemy medic.
We control all objectives.
Let's go back to 2.0.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand.
Enemy medic there. Hey, yeah.
Back to 7.1.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Changing mags. Changing mags. Reloading.
And so I hope you guys enjoyed that surround sound test, hearing the difference between stereo and surround, and hearing that expansion that I was talking about in the main review video, and you determine whether or not you like it or dislike it for those particular games that I showed you. For competitive games, this is a big no, because in those competitive titles you already know your audio cues and where they're coming from, so interfering that for a more like larger environment for in the audio is no good. So this would be a good entertainment device, you know, for games that have large audio environments like Battlefield 1, Witcher 3, and all those type of genres that give you nice expansion, so it doesn't feel like the audio is here, it feels like the audio is like kind of around you. And so let us know what you think about the surround sound test. I hope you're able to determine the difference between those 7.1 versus the stereo. So before we conclude, a quick message from our sponsor.
Oh, hey there. NCX.com is Canada's leading e-tailer for anything your mind desires. Just keep within those categories, which are plenty, and get tempted by their weekly deals. Visit NCX.com for all them sweet deals.
And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you thought down in the comments below. I'm Dimitri with the Canucks. We'll see you in the next video.